Hello, welcome on in, welcome on in. We've got a lot of tea to break down. Teresa Giudice is speaking out about her sister-in-law and her brother missing her wedding. We got Jackie speaking out about it. There's a lot of tea to be spilled. So, if you're not doing so, I suggest you hold on to your teeth and get ready. You're listening to hashtag No Filter with Zack Peter. That's me, your naturally platinum blonde pop culture connoisseur. I'm the reality TV junkie, self-improvement addict, and host with only the hottest tea spilled fresh weekly. For more hot takes, go and give me a follow at Just Plain Zack. I always keep it funny and I always keep it cute. Or you can always, or if you're like me and you want to stay up to date with the latest reality tea, go and give us a follow at No Filter with Zack on the Instagram, or you can join our private Facebook group. The link is in the description below. Welcome on in, guys. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. I hope right now you are sipping on some fizzy Housewives-inspired wine for yourself, packing a punch at 13% alcohol by volume, but less than a gram of sugar. It is my no-filter wine. I like to call it my Housewives watching wine. What's going on, everybody? Wow, I look very shiny on the Instagram today. You guys can stock up on No Filter Wine, Housewives Watching Wine at nofilterwine.com. It's great for when you're watching Housewives tonight. I have out. I'm not going out tonight. I'm disengaging. Why? Because my Meredith Marks interview that dropped on Wednesday has gone viral. We're all over the place. We're on E! News. We were on Hollywood Life, People, Reality Blur, Page Six, all of the places. So if you haven't done so yet, be sure to check it out. Check it out now. Hi, Renee. Hi, Annika. Hi, Robin. Hi, Aoko. Hi, Jeannie. Coffee Buzz. What's going on? Fredette, what's up? Bronco. Ola from Hawaii. Hello. Hi, Showbells. If you're listening to this on the podcast, this is a rebroadcast from our Thursday night live. We go live on YouTube at youtube.com/justplainzack and on Instagram at NoFilterWithZack. Smash the like button if you guys are watching this right now on the YouTube. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button because you're always going to want to keep up with me. And don't forget to hit the bell button. That way the notifications always get that tea spilled fresh up for you. Congrats on the Meredith interview. Thank you, Monty. I appreciate it. Woo woo. In the house. Hi, Sassy Sweet. Ooh, Miss Kelly Mack from Long Island. Well, welcome on in, guys. Welcome on in. Delicious water with some carcass in. Sometimes we'll leave a carcass out. Sometimes we'll leave a carcass in because when the carcass is in, there's more vitamins. You got me trying like a vitamin. Okay, so what should we start with first? Should we start with Teresa? I guess we can dive into some Teresa Giudice news, right? So, Teresa Giudice is speaking out for the first time since her wedding on her new podcast, Namaste Bitches, spelled with a $ instead of an I. So it's Namaste $sign which is probably how she thinks it's spelled anyway. So we can't really fault her for that name. But anyway, on her new podcast, she says that she is actually at peace with Joe and Melissa not attending her wedding. Toothless, not homeless. Yes, Dawn. Actually, before we dive into the tea, guys, we have to dedicate this episode to all the homeless and all the toothless out there. Hopefully, everybody at home listening to this or watching this, you're holding on to your teeth. The tea is riveting. Hopefully, you don't lose any. But if you do, at least we know that there's hope out there. And we have philanthropists like Kathy Hilton and Dorit Kemsley doing Jesus's work to save the toothless and the homeless. Or in this case, the homeless, not the toothless. I've worked with the homeless and the toothless. Haven't we all, Monty? Haven't we all? Hashtag change the name. Actually, Kelly, I think the name is the best thing to ever happen to the homeless and the toothless, to be honest with you. I mean, have you spoken about the toothless as often as you have this past week? No. Like, there's no more awareness that has gone to people without teeth, in need of teeth, than in this past week, thanks to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Thank you to humanitarian Dorit Kemsley. We always knew Kathy was saving the toothless for years behind the scenes, but Dorit brought this cause to the forefront. And there we go. My 9-year-old calls her lost tooth homeless. Oh no, Coffee Buzz. Well, I guess that is true, but there's a new tenant moving in. Let her know. It is hilarious, I have to say. Look up the charity. It almost goes to the founders. Sad how charities are. I mean, that's a lot of charities. Most charities. It's kind of how it works. They use it as a tax write-off. Thank you, Hey Mani. Oh, hi, Imani. Imani. Thank you for the 2 badges, my dear. I appreciate that. Sharon Stode should be thanking Dorit. Yes, she should. She should write her a handwritten thank you note. Sharon Stone. I wonder what she thinks of all the awareness Dorit's brought to the toothless. Okay, so anyway, Teresa on her Namaste Bitches podcast, she says that she found out that Joe and Melissa were not going to be attending her wedding for a few days before the wedding. She knew about this, so she was already expecting it, and she's like, I don't care. I don't care. She got her 3 bumpets in. She's like, you know what? Melissa's not coming. She don't need a bump it. Throw another one in. So she says that she can't say too much about it because obviously it'll play out on TV, but she's very happy that God and her parents brought her another Melissa into her life, one that she loves. Insert eye roll here. So this Melissa being the Melissa that is the co-host of her podcast. Thank you, Gretchen Williams, for the badge. Ooh, thank you, Nini O, for the badge. The 2 badges. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. It's thebomb.com tonight. I felt like Dorit was kind of uptight this episode. I mean, listen, when you're talking about her charity, her charity means a lot to her. Look at her teeth. Her teeth look great. Obviously, it's an important cause. So, anyway, back to Teresa and Melissa. She says she can't say much about it, which is similar to like what Melissa and Joe said on her podcast. They said you have to wait and see, watch how it all plays out. But she's very happy that she has this new Melissa in her life that's co-hosting this podcast with her. Who knows how long they've actually known each other? I wonder if anybody knows that. If or are they like childhood friends? I don't really care. I don't think Teresa can hold an interesting like podcast conversation or an interesting podcast in general. So, and what's with the mystery guy that Melissa secretly had? Well, we've broken that down in the podcast a lot. I feel like we've done it a lot and on the YouTube channel. His name's Nick Barada. He's an actor. But Teresa is saying that she was also unfazed by Dina Manzo not attending her wedding. She says that everyone that loves her and that wanted to be there to support her was absolutely there to support her. And she's very grateful for that. So she seems happy. She's happy with how it all turned out. But at this point, I'm kind of just like, well, she seems to have no problem burning some bridges for Louis. She's burning all these relationships. Let's hope he's really her fairy tale ending and not just some temporary happy ending like Denise Richards got or gives. Jackie Goldschneider, also from Real Housewives of New Jersey. She's also speaking out. She did an interview with Access Hollywood on their Housewives Nightcap. I guess it's a podcast or I don't know what it is. It's like a segment they have on their website. I think it's a podcast too. But anyway, so Jackie said that after witnessing what actually went down between Teresa and Melissa, she understands and supports Melissa's decision not to attend the wedding. She thinks that it would be odd if they attended considering what actually went down, which we know is related to those rumors that were circulating that Melissa made out with actor Nick Barada, who many of you pointed out is from Divorce Court. He's the hunky bailiff. Margaret Josephs apparently witnessed them making out in a car and then revealed that to her BFF, Laura, who has now come forward to drag the Marge. I mean, Laura is out there doing all the damn press events that she can do. She's doing all the podcasts, all the interviews, anybody that'll give her the airtime. She's like, let me talk to you and tell you about Margaret. I'm like, girl, you're thirsty. Sit back and have a glass of water. Throw some lemon in it. Carcass in. You can use the vitamins. She did say that her and Evan, that she and Evan had a great time at Teresa's wedding. They were very happy for Teresa. She was surprised at how far they've come in the past 2 years. She never thought that she would attend and actually be, you know, genuinely happy for Teresa finding her Prince Charming. So sounds like they had a great time. She loved hanging out with all the other housewives and Dorinda, who looks sauced in every photo you've seen of Dorinda at that wedding. Dorinda is just sauce 24/7. Like seriously, I was looking at old clips and I'm just like, girl, we need to reel it in a little bit. Real Houses of New Jersey will be hard to watch next season. I don't think it'll be hard to watch. I think I'll be watching it very easily with lots of popcorn and lots of wine. NoFilterWine.com. Head over to NoFilterWine.com. So Jackie also talks about her role next season. She says that Bravo has not made any official casting decisions yet on her role for next season, or I believe any of the new girls. She references Tracy and says that Tracy was supposed to be a full-time housewife last season, then ultimately ended up getting cut, and then was cut out of the reunion altogether. But she assures everybody that she's filmed just as much as she's always done in the past 2 seasons, and she's very confident that she'll be in every single episode. So whatever her role will be and however many scenes she'll get have yet to be determined by, what they actually get and what ends up on the cutting room floor. I am curious though what her role will look like. Sorry, I'm trying to talk. I'm not drunk. My chin Botox, my mouth Botox is all still very fresh. So sometimes you kind of have to learn how to talk because your mouth doesn't really move all that much because you're trying to reintroduce yourself. You're like a baby trying to speak for the first time. So I apologize if I sound like Teresa and her daughters. Anyway, I am curious to see what her role will be and what the newbies, I believe there are 3 newbies that are joining the mix next season. So I'm curious to see who ends up sticking out, who ends up getting reduced, who ends up getting cut out altogether. The last thing you want is to end up with like a Tracy, where you show up at the reunion, you get full glammed and you post your picture, and then they just leave you in the green room the entire time. So question for all of you watching this live right now, or if you're doing the podcast and you want to send me a DM. Do you believe that Teresa had a role in the Nick Barada rumors? Do you believe that Margaret actually told her friend this and was serious? Is Laura just looking for some camera time? Did Teresa have a role in it? That's what I want to know. Sarah Bahu, do you bite your lip or anything after Botox? Do I bite my lip after Botox? What do you mean? I can bite my gobble me, swallow me, drip down the side of me. I don't bite. I mean, I bite my lip like if I'm having a good time in bed. If you're hitting it right, then yeah, maybe I'll bite my lip a little. But I don't understand the question. Do you bite your lip or anything after Botox? Huh. Trish said, I'm tired of watching rich people behaving badly. Why? That's what we like. I mean, anybody on reality television is going to be behaving badly, especially if they're housewives. Are you referring to Teresa or are you referring to Kathy Hilton? Absolutely. It's another stripper gate. She didn't say it, but she didn't stop it from happening. Bite your lip accidentally. I don't bite my lip accidentally. Am I supposed to? Do I? Are you trying to tell me that I bite my lip accidentally? Um, I haven't been watching Bravo, but my youngest left for college today. Oh, congrats, Trish. Snaps for Trish's son. Off to college. He's a big boy now. She wants them gone. It irritates the lips sometimes, and people lick their lips and bite their lips. Oh, no. Is Botox the reason why Diana licks her lips? I mean, who knows? I don't think that's why. I lick my lips if they're dry. Maybe it's like a bad habit for her. I don't think I bite my lips. Oh, actually, I bite the inside of my mouth sometimes. Like, I don't know if that's just my teeth or if that has anything to do with Botox. I don't bite my lip like accidentally. I will say that. Sometimes I'll bite the inside of my cheek, but I feel like everybody has those moments. I don't believe that Teresa, okay, Joan says, I don't believe that Teresa had a role in it. I believe Margaret said something to her friend, and yes, her friend wanted some camera time. So you think that the rumor is true and that Margaret did see it and that Laura is not lying and looking for some camera time. I'm just curious as to why Laura would bring all of this up. Like, why would she make this up? Is my question. Why would she make up an entire rumor about Melissa making out with some other dude? Margaret's ex-friend never saw Melissa kiss anyone. Margaret told her, but I didn't believe it. Teresa pushed to get her on to attack Joe and Melissa. Oh, that's interesting. So Teresa wanted Laura on the show because she believes that Laura would have come hard at Joe and Melissa. Why would she come hard at Joe and Melissa, though? Wouldn't she come hard at Margaret? Like, I don't think Laura has anything personally against Joe and Melissa. Interesting. Maybe she just wants a job. I mean, maybe she wants a job. Oh, yay. Trish just dropped a super chat. Thank you, Trish. Let's see. Trish said, "Thank you for the shout out for Jack. I should have more time for Bravo and YouTube now. I missed everyone. We missed you, Trish. We definitely missed you. I missed all the funny memes you would DM me. But congrats to Jack. Everyone snaps for Jack. He's killing it right now off to college. She obviously wants on the show. Yeah, I think this Laura chick obviously wants on the show. That's why she's doing all these like interviews about everything right now. And I'm just like, really? Like that's where we're gonna go. How are Margaret and Melissa at this point? Margaret and Melissa are fine. They were photographed together, or they posted photos together not that long ago. Like after the wedding, not that long ago. So Marge didn't see it. Someone told Marge. And when Marge turned on Laura, she wanted to align herself with Team Teresa. Interesting, that makes more sense. So Margaret didn't see the actual kiss. Someone told Margaret about the kiss. Margaret told Laura about Melissa and Nick making out, and Laura then ran with that to get a little camera time. That makes sense. I could actually see that kind of coming to fruition in that way. Um, I don't know. I feel like Margaret knows stuff, but I don't think, I mean, it's possible that Margaret heard it and didn't believe it and was like, haha, look at this, Laura. And Laura was just trying to find a way to get back at Margaret. Laura claims that Margaret was what, trying to block her from getting on the show. And Margaret claims that it was the exact opposite, that she wanted to help Laura get on the show and she did, but that the producers didn't want her. Interessante, interessante. What else has happened in the world? Christine Quinn is not returning to Selling Sunset on Netflix. TMZ announced that it was a mutual split, so they've consciously uncoupled. She's got lots of modeling gigs lined up, and she's apparently happy to move on. We know that she skipped out on the reunion last season, so that could possibly influence why she might not be returning. I think she's the star of the show, so at this point, I feel like they should just cancel the show if there's no Christine. Is there a show without Christine? I don't really think so. I mean, after what she said about Adam DeVillo, though, I feel like it's possible that they don't want anything to do with her. It's interesting that he's still kind of like working in this business. And I'm sure her blasting him even more didn't sit well with producers, but a lot of people seem to be speaking out against Adam now. I know Spencer and Heidi have spoken out about him. Audrina Patridge has spoken out about him. Even Kristen Cavallari, she was just on Call Her Daddy. She was talking about it too. She said that he bribed Lowe. So any of you guys that used to be fans of The Hills, because I love The Hills, or I loved The Hills, and I watched Hills New Beginnings. But Kristen said that back in that final season when Kristen came on and they replaced Lauren with her, that Lowe, Adam bribed Lowe to say on camera that Kristen had a drug problem. And then he would take these things, he would like set them up, take them, leak them to the press or leak them to the tabloids. That way it would generate press for the show. And then people would want to tune in because they'd be like, oh my God, Kristen has a drug problem. It's all over the tabloids. And now Lowe's here saying it on camera. So apparently he offered Lowe a Birkin bag to do it. But Kristen's like, she never even got her Birkins. She's like, I hope it was worth it, Lowe. I was like, wow, now we know. Oh, Lowe's out here trying to act like she's above the show and she's better than everybody. And listen, maybe she is above the show, but I just think it's funny that she was the one, you know, it's funny to see her say now, considering she would easily take the bait back then. But now she's all, I'm better than that. I don't need that. I'm above that. Bitch didn't even get her Birkin. Is Adam a producer to what? Yes, Adam DeVillo, he's a producer on a lot of reality shows. Most recently, he was on Selling Sunset, and that's when Christine Quinn was speaking out about him. And then it was The Hills he was on that a lot of people have spoken out about him on. Oh, the sex tape rumor. Yes, that's right, Carrie. That rumor was circulating. But I don't think that was that started by Adam DeVillo. I thought that was related to Justin Waller. Lawrence X. I thought he was the one that was stirring that up. Low went low. I know that's right. We coming in with the puns. We funny. We punny, honey. Spencer's hilarious. Love Spencer. Hi, definitely Tess, Elaine, and Ayoko, and Coffee, and all of the Zack pack. Yes. Okay. If you are a true member of the Zack pack, what emoji should we drop tonight? We're going to drop a martini emoji. A martini emoji. Carcass in. If you're a true member of the Zack pack, drop a martini emoji in the live chat right now. Wait, what? Sex tape rumor? Oh, it was Lauren Conrad had a sex tape, but it wasn't a true rumor. Spencer was blamed for it. It's ultimately what like ended up breaking up Heidi and Spencer. Shell bells, as told by Tones, Trish Hobbs Phillips, Forum SMW324, Christina, Sarah Bajo, Elaine, Sassy Sweet, Peggy, Terrio, Carrie G, Amy Hawkins. Look at all these. Oh my goodness. Sarah, Shar. Oh my God. Coffee Buzz dropped an eggplant. Say what? Jenna Levy. Oh my God, there are so many martinis. Is everyone Liddy City tonight? I love it. Deep fried potato. Hi, Stephanie. Love you, Christina. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. Hydrate. Yes, stay hydrated. Jeannie Levin Light. Definitely Tess. Smith's girl. Courtney. Telephone lady. Oh my God, are you are you Kathy's telephone lady? Was it hard to get Meredith to do the interview? Oh, okay, we can talk about that. The Zack Pack is in full force tonight. I know that's right, Tones. The Zack Pack is in full force tonight. I don't drink, but I like a nice eggplant. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so yeah, do you guys have any questions about the Meredith interview? I'd been trying to make it happen. I tried to, she was supportive of my wine, which I was very grateful for. And I tried to send her some of the wine when she was here in LA, but unfortunately we missed her. And then I wanted to ship it to her, but you can't ship alcohol to Utah, which is super annoying unless it gets shipped to like a liquor store, whatever. But with Meredith, her and I'd kind of been talking. I was like, I would love to have you on the podcast. And she was like, I would love to be on the podcast. And I was like, okay, well, let's do something. Let's make something happen. We tried to book it for like many weeks until finally she was like, I'm gonna be in Europe. And I was like, oh, but I wanted to do a sit-down interview with her. I used to do a lot of like in-person interviews and sit-down interviews, and that kind of stopped once everything moved over to Zoom, and then I stopped going in the studio as often, and so I just started doing everything remotely. I miss the in-person stuff. I don't necessarily miss being in studio. I guess I miss it a little bit sometimes, but I like sitting down. So like the Jenny McCarthy interview, we're getting back into the swing of like actually taping things in person again, but not doing the in studio. I like coming to them. I like going to them in their setting. So Jenny, she's, here in LA taping the new season of The Masked Singer. So I came to her hotel room and we taped it there. So that was really fun. So you can probably expect a little bit more of that. Okay, let's see. What questions you guys have about that? Was it hard to book the interview? No, it was just hard to finalize scheduling. But once she got back from Europe, originally we were going to try to tape it while she was in Europe, but then I was going to have to tape it at like 1 a.m. in the morning, my time. And at first I was kind of like, all right, I got to rally. Let's do this. But it ended up working out this way because we've been trying to tape it we've been talking about taping it for a while, but it worked out this way because then there was at least time after Jen pled guilty and she wasn't, she was able to react and answer questions about it. Do you think we can get Lisa Barlow on next? I would love to get Lisa Barlow on next. I'm pretty sure they might get in trouble and be like restricted from doing any more podcast interviews after this one because this one like blew up everywhere. And Bravo's probably gonna be like, no more interviews until the season is time to air them. So I would love you to go back to in person. I'm ready to go back to in person. I'm tired of doing the Zoom thing. I mean, I think I even want to I have my old studio that I can always go back to, but I think I want to find a new studio space and just kind of get back into that swing of things and make everything feel a little more profesh. That way it's less like Zoomy. I miss that. But yeah, the Jenny interview we shot from multiple angles and it'll be Yeah, stay tuned for that. That'll be a good one. Are her and Lisa friends or not? I don't believe that they are friends. So we weren't allowed to talk about season 3 at all or anything that happens during season 3. That's why I was very selective with the questions that I did ask her. They were either in relation to season 2 or season 1, or they were in relations to the headlines that were coming out about Jen and pleading guilty and all of that stuff. So we weren't allowed to talk about any of the specifics within season 3. So I wasn't able to ask much about Lisa Barlow, but it's obvious that her and Lisa aren't really friends right now. So, does Bravo have a say if the ladies can do interviews with you or others? Yes. Bravo, that's why she wasn't able to talk about season 3. So if Bravo greenlights the interview, then they always want to make sure that it's like super specific to whatever Bravo wants them to promote. But usually if we don't talk about those things, then, you know, there's a little more leniency. So I booked it through her team directly. We coordinated all of that. So, in person is better, but Meredith's Zoom was great. Yes, we wanted to tape it in person, but she wasn't going to be in LA anytime soon, and I wasn't going to be going to Salt Lake City anytime soon. So, Zoom scheduling wise just ended up being the best. But I mean, hey, it worked. Super. I mean, it's what, $12, $20 a month to have a Zoom subscription. And that's all I had to pay for that interview. Snap, snap, pat the puss. Let's get it. Blew up. So proud of you. Thank you. But your kitchen's bomb. I like my kitchen. I enjoy my kitchen. Maybe for like live episodes, we'll stay in the apartment. But I just feel like I want to mix things up a little bit. Or I don't know. Maybe this feels a little more homey and connection-y. I don't know. One day at a time. Your interview was everywhere. Congratulations. Thank you. It literally was everywhere. Like all the little blogs, all like e-news, like it was everywhere. Start on a fresh slate. Excited to see what's to come. And thank you, Tones. There's a lot to come. And I'm finally getting a lot closer to be able to announce what's to come. So stay tuned. I actually got a call today, a very good call with some very exciting news that I will hopefully be able to share by next month, or as soon as next month. So stay tuned. You did a great job on the interview. Thank you. Thank you guys. Do you know when season 3 will come out? I believe it's coming out at the end of September. So we should be getting the Salt Lake City trailer maybe next week. I believe next week is when the trailer is supposed to be coming. That's just my guesstimate. I don't have any insider tea about that. I believe Steve at Faces by Bravo said something, but yeah. I caught a live. Good vibes. Yes, Leah Jones. What's going on, girl? Ooh, in the UK. Welcome on in. We need to get together again. Yes, 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 yes. I would love to do like a wine meetup. I was thinking maybe like a Beverly Hills finale watch party with the wine. I mean, I was even thinking maybe like Chef Marcos here in downtown. He has his spots out here that we can maybe utilize. I know I've been talking about getting him on the podcast. If you guys watch Below Deck, he's a hunk of burning love. So that might be kind of cute. Good news. Yes, Sarah. Lots of good news. Listen, when you sign on the dotted line, things become a little more official. Get MJ. She's so fun. Love. Oh, I've had her on the podcast. I would love to do something with her again. She should have gone. It's business expertise on. Should have gone. It's a business expense on your taxes. Yeah, I know that, but it's also an expense. I don't like expenses. Did you ever hear back on BravoCon? Yes, I will not be going to BravoCon. We need you at BravoCon. I will not be at BravoCon. Sorry, guys. Or is anyone here going to BravoCon? Yeah, a wine meetup I think would be so fun. Have you met Chef Marcos? Yes, I have. I've had brunch at his restaurant here in downtown LA, Marlou, and I met him. He came out. He's very sweet. Came up, said hello, took our order, recommended the burger. Burger was great. Loved it. So yes, I've met him and we've been DMing about getting him on my podcast. Oh my God, you guys are coming in with the badges tonight. Thank you, Mary Stout. Thank you, Angela. Thank you for your hard work to your show. I enjoy the content and entertainment for sure. Thank you, Angela. You guys are so sweet tonight with the badges on Instagram and the super stickers on the YouTube. I feel like First of all, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button. That way you get the notifications, the tea spilled up in your notifications as soon as it's ready to be dropped. My God, you guys are so sweet tonight. I will fly from Massachusetts to LA for the finale. Okay, well, we have time to plan it. So I'm thinking maybe I find a spot that's well. I could even maybe see if the Bourbon Room might be interested in doing it. That's where we had the Spilling Tea Live LA show. I just feel like the Bourbon Room is such a big venue that I'd be scared that, like, nobody's gonna show up to that. It's a little too big of a venue for me to try to pack out myself, but, is that a filter or are you just glowing? There is a filter on the Instagram, yes. I accidentally swiped the filters and then I couldn't take it off when I was going live, and so I just picked one that I thought was pretty, and that one looked pretty. Schwartz and Sandy. Oh, Schwartz. That's a good idea. Oh, that's a very good idea. I should actually be like, yo, guys, would you be down to host a meetup? I have to actually go to Schwartz and Sandy's. Um, since I was not invited to the launch party. I'll fly to LA for Chef Marcos. Okay. When is the finale? The finale, I believe, is in September. I like Schwartz and Sandy's. Well, let's see. If Aspen is starting next week, there's at least we're definitely well past the midseason. I believe they're taping the reunion the first week of September. I believe. Water. It's definitely water, Alicia. Let's fly to LA, guys. Okay, guys, calm down. I haven't even planned anything. This is all so preliminary. I need to find a venue. I mean, but that would be really fun. And I would obviously invite like Steve and Ryan Bailey, Steve from Faces by Bravo and Ryan Bailey, Jeff Epstein. Like I would invite all of those guys just to like come and hang out. We wouldn't do like an actual show. Maybe I would kind of host or moderate. I don't know. I'll invite a bunch of fun people. That way it's, a little exciting. But I mean, that's an option. We can either do Schwartz and Sandy's or we can do Marlou. Both are into or not, we wouldn't do Marlou, we would do his other one, which is like a pub style spot. Or maybe we would do Marlou. I don't know. I love you guys too. But yeah, I believe the finale actually, I'll text someone and see if they can tell me when the actual finale is. Let me see. Dun 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 dun. Do you know the Muffin Man when the finale is? Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Well, if they tape the reunion the first week of September, then the finale has to be either the last week of September or the first week of October. That might actually work out very well for something special that I'm working on with the wine. Let's have some drinks and have some fun. I agree. And Lala said that they have had sex. Oh, they haven't had sex. Oh, I don't know who Lala hasn't had sex with yet. I finally made a live chat. Yay. Welcome on in, Crispy Tree. Okay. Are there any other headlines that you guys want me to talk about? I feel like I'm just rambling at this point in the podcast. Anybody listening to the podcast is probably bored as fuck right now. I feel bad that this is kind of a low budget episode. We talked about the Meredith interview, which was super juicy. We talked about Teresa and Jackie and their reactions to Melissa and Joe not attending the wedding. We talked about Margaret and Laura. I'm curious if anybody's listened to Laura's interviews that she's done. I have not. Okay. Well, maybe we should Brad and Angelina. What about Brad and Angelina? All right. Well, maybe we should just wrap for the night. I'll make some popcorn, catch up. I have to watch the Playboy documentary because we're doing Holly Madison's book Down the Rabbit Hole for Bravo Book Club. We need to stop calling it Bravo. It's No Filter Book Club at this point, but No Filter Book Club doesn't have as good of a ring as Bravo Book Club. Anyway, or No Filter Book Club or Zack Pack Book Club. I don't know. We'll find a creative name for it eventually. But anyway, book club. We're doing Holly Madison's book Down the Rabbit Hole, which like is exposing the Playboy Mansion and Hef and that whole world. And then A&E released a documentary about Playboy. It's 12 episodes. I just started it. We will do an episode of book club 1 week, or I guess when we wrap Holly's book, which will probably be in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to recap all of the series with the juiciest bits, get the Holly Madison interview. I was talking to her team yesterday. And we're trying to make it happen. I would love to get Holly on the podcast. Holly and Bridget, but I mean, definitely Holly. Please don't feel bad. I'm always excited to watch your shows. Oh, thank you, Crispy Tree. I really appreciate that. I need to watch that too. It's the first episode was juicy. I can't say it was amazing or not amazing because I feel like it's barely starting to scratch the surface about Hef, but that's a good one. Oh my god, the Playboy doc is so good. I mean, it looks really good. I'm only one episode deep. I'm gonna watch episode 2, which is the Girls Next Door episode, which I'm excited about. Zach, have you done the book reveal with Danielle Stubbs' book that caused all of the problems? No. So right now we're doing Holly Madison's book. Next, we have Jeanette McCurdy's book. I'm glad my mom died, or I'm happy my mom died. Something about her mom dying and her being really happy about it. So that's the book we'll do next after Holly Madison. And then after Holly, we'll do Jeanette McCurdy. And then after that, Jacques and a lot of people have convinced me to do the new Meghan Markle book, Revenge. Isn't that what it's called? Revenge? That one looks super juicy. I was debating between that one and the Army Hammer book, but I actually think the Meghan Markle book is way better. And I think people will really be interested in that because we're doing like these deep dives, right? We did the House of Hilton. Now we're doing Playboy. So I feel like it's going to get better. It's going to get better. Okay. Watch The Girls Next Door back in the day. I loved The Girls Next Door back in the day. Could you imagine a black light in the grotto? No, I could not. Why would you give me that visual? No, thank you. Book club is so fun. Thanks, Marianne. I'm surprised, honestly. I was going to cancel book club like a couple months ago because when I started book club, nobody really was interested in it. And I would barely get like maybe like 300 views on the YouTube videos. And then I kind of tweaked my approach to book club, and then book club just kind of popped off, and it was doing so. Now it's doing so well. I mean, the House of Hilton one really blew up. Holly, and then we did Brandy Glanville's book, and that one did really well because we dived into her split from Eddie Cibrian and him cheating on her with Leanne Rimes. Now we're doing Playboy. Next, we're doing Jeanette McCurdy, which I feel like Jeanette McCurdy's book is going to be super juicy. I'm hoping it's still relevant by the time we wrap Holly Madison's book, and I'm hoping people are still interested. But it is super juicy because it gets into like Nickelodeon and all of the being a child star and the producer, the creator, she labels him in the book. But I'm glad people seem to really be responding. Wow, you guys all love book club. Most of you love it because you don't have to read the books. You let me read them and just recap them for you, give you all the tea. Tea time with Zack Peter. Get it while it's piping hot. Congrats on your Meredith interview. Thank you, Devil Woman. Okay, never cancel book club. I love it. Well, I thank you. I love it too. I love reading these books, and I'm usually just texting my friends about the tea that gets spilled in these books. So there's that. Revenge. You would kill it. I've heard others, but you guys are the best. I'm thinking I would even invite Jacques on for 1 week since he's doing Revenge, that it would be good to do a book club live with him. I get the books on Audible. Me too, girl. Me too. Me too, deep fried potatoes. Do you like Bravo Housewives Direct TV commercial? Which one? I've seen Steve from Faces by Bravo post clips, and I've seen Jeff Epstein post clips. A little offended that I wasn't asked to do a Direct TV promotion, but listen, I support them, and I think they killed it, and I think that they were great. So I saw the clips that they posted. You mean the Teresa Kyle Kenya commercial? That one was funny, where they're like, the housewives are on the field. The housewives are on the field. That one was funny. I thought you were talking about the Direct TV collab, whatever thing that they did with like different Bravo influencers or podcasters. Money can't buy you class. All right, well, let's wrap the live for tonight. Thank you guys for joining me on #NoFilter with Zack Peter. Hopefully all your teeth are still intact. Hopefully you are enjoying some No Filter wine. And if you're not, you can stock up at nofilterwine.com. Thank you again, Angela. Thank you, Trish. Thank you, Mary Ann, for the super chats or the super stickers on YouTube. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for dropping all the patches tonight. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. You can stock up on wine at nofilterwine.com. You can give me a follow to keep up with me personally at Just Plain Zack if you want like behind the scenes. I posted some behind the scenes stuff with my interview with Jenny McCarthy the other night, which will be coming out this upcoming Wednesday. So stay tuned. And shout out to Homeless, not toothless. Organic snowflakes. Homeless, not toothless. What a charity. Go and give them all your money. That way we can fix all the homeless people's teeth. I live here in downtown LA, so I know them very well. And like Kathy, I've worked with the homeless and I've worked with the toothless. So thank you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, a wonderful weekend. And I will have a new episode for you this upcoming Monday. So get ready. And then the Jenny McCarthy interview next Wednesday. All right, guys. Love you. Mean it. Talk to you on Monday. Bye.